Good morning. Hopefully you can see and hear us okay. Welcome to our last draw along of this term for us, Technology Triumph, where we are drawing this fascinating creature, the Dugong. And we're going to be learning all about this amazing marine animal as well. Unfortunately, not all good news about the Dugong, but I think it's important for us to be aware and know what's going on in the world in terms of our wildlife. So we're going to learn all about the Dugong today. Hello, I can see people joining us. So hello from I always say this one, no, Rocklin or Roslyn. I don't know, I'm sorry. Hi, Jill, Emily and Freya. Hi, Susie, Steph. Hello from Dash and Ella as well. Awesome. So loads of us joining today. Hi from Pi. Sorry if I don't say hello to everyone. I'm just going to do my best though. Yeah, last one on our trip to China. Next term, we're going to take a little break, and next term we're going to be visiting South Africa. So changing it up a little bit, moving to a different part of the world, but for now we are focused on China. Hello Joe, welcome for joining us as well. So just a quick introduction to this animal if you've not heard of it before. Has anyone actually heard of a dugong before? Had you, Michael? No, he was like, what's that? It's not a fish, it's a marine mammal. They're cousins of manatees. So if you've heard or seen a manatee, you might think it looks quite similar, and you'd be right in thinking that. So they are related in terms of they come from the same family. They have a similar plump appearance, but the main difference visually between a dugong and a manatee is that the dugong has a tail, a fluke tail, like a wow, whereas the manatee has more like a paddle than a tail. So that's how you can tell straight away whether or not it's a manatee or a dugong. And there are some other differences in terms of how they live and where they live, and also their skull structure. So the dugong has this amazing mouth, and I would really recommend, if you get time today, looking up some videos of dugongs, of the way they eat. It's like a sucker that goes along the seabed, eating the seagrass. It's a really funny looking motion when you watch it in real time. Hi from Amy. Hi to Molly. Molly, you're on time. Well done. Jill put, it's great that TT continues to provide these for free for everyone. Yes, and we'll continue to do that. So we've been running these a while now, haven't we? I feel like we started September, not this year, but the year before. So about 18 months we've been doing these. We started off doing a fortnightly, realised that actually these were good fun and a good way to start our Monday morning. So we've moved to weekly, and for the foreseeable, that's just how it's going to be, and they're always going to be free. And I've got some new news about the way we're going to develop this as a learning provision for you from next term as well. So I'll share that in a bit as well. Hi, sorry we're late. It's Nala, and I say it wrong every time. Alf. You're not late. You're on time. You get here just at the point you was meant to be here. So should we get sketching? I don't think we're going to need many colours today, but what I really want to focus on as a new challenge is trying to get these patterns of the water reflecting on the top of the dugong's skin. I think that will be a really nice skill to develop artistically, and it's not something I've tried before. So that's going to be the big focus, I think, in terms of when I start adding colour. But first of all, we need to get the outline of our dugong on. Now, in your reference image, you can see, I think they're nursing sharks, or I'm not sure. There's two sharks or two fish hanging down from the dugong. I don't think I'm going to include that in my illustration because I want to spend more time on the water pattern than on the additional parts or the other features we can see in the illustration. But you'll feel free to add them on if you would prefer to. And again, like I say every time, there's no rules of art. You can do it however you want. It's your interpretation. If you want to use your imagination and go wild with it, absolutely you can. No one's going to tell you you've done it wrong, because you can't with art. It's always your interpretation. So it's a funny old structure to begin with. It's got this really wide mouth. Like I say, that's obviously to help him graze on the seabed. Now, I feel like I've started badly. I've gone too big on the page, so I'm going to start again, because otherwise I won't be able to get his flippers in, and I want to put more than just his head in the picture. So, as always, this is exactly why we do rough sketching to begin with, so that if you've made a mistake, you don't We've not wasted loads of time and effort. Hi from Holly. Aoife, that's right. I'm so sorry. Hi, Aoife. Right, let me try again. So this time, rather than starting with the eye, I'm going to try sketching out. I think I've got too big again. At least I'm consistent with my mistakes. I've got a flipper back here as well. They're sort of tucked underneath his body, aren't they? That's a bit more like it. That's more like it, okay. So at least I've got more in the picture. I'm just going to take my bracelet off because that is banging on my table and it's irritating me. So I'm imagining it must be irritating other people as well. So I've got the main structure and then I can go in and get the details in and make little corrections and adjustments as I go. But it doesn't have to be perfect. If we wanted a perfect picture, we'd just print this one out, wouldn't we? This is our interpretation and it's about having fun in the process. It's got a little, what I can see, looks like a blue eye, which is not something we see often in the animal kingdom. It's often brown, isn't it? Which is kind of cool. Not many wrinkles. It's not like an elephant. Quite a smooth skin. But certainly today, we're going to be challenged with the patterns of the water reflecting off of him, which is a new challenge for me as well. But it's good to push ourselves out of our comfort zones because that's how we develop and get better as artists. Hi from Bean and Bud as well. It's been a good term this term with our draw-alongs, hasn't it? How are you getting on, Michael? Bad. Are you starting again? It's a funny shape, isn't it? So I'm feeling happy with the outline, so I can get rid of some of these other lines that are going to confuse my brain. It doesn't take a lot. We know that. Lots of grey tones as well today. And again, depending on how we do time-wise, because we know what I'm like when I start rabbiting on, I get distracted. If I've got time, I might add some blue in the background. But I'm going to draw in some of the patterns I can see for the light reflecting so I know where to focus my different shades of grey. Susie, Edith said we should do an African wild dog for our next term. I didn't think of that. The next terms are already planned out, and I didn't put an African wild dog, but that's definitely something we can consider for next academic year. Off the top of my head, the first one we're doing is a giraffe, and then we are doing a lion. We've got a secretary bird in there. I can't remember the others, but I did well to remember those three. That's quite a big achievement for me with my memory. So let me just sketch in some of these patterns. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect because it's just the water reflecting off. So it's our interpretation again. It's quite pretty when you look at it. I think that's why it will make for a really nice illustration to include these on, because otherwise it's just going to look, as Michael said, like a big grey blob before we started live. What I'll probably do is just put the main shapes in, and then as I add the colour, I'll probably add some more of the pattern details as I go along. Great white shark. Yes, we're doing a great white shark as part of South Africa. Okay. I think I'm going to start going in with some tone, and like I say, just as I go along, try and get some more of that light reflection of those. Have we done domestic animals yet? We have, Rachel. If you don't want to scroll through all our old lives, if you go to our YouTube channel, most of our lives are on there, and we did do domestic animals. We did a cat, a dog, a horse, a goldfish. I feel like we did a guinea pig. Can't remember now. That was about a year ago, wasn't it? Oh. I hate lions. Do you think I should still draw it? Yeah, I think you should. I think it's a good challenge. Sometimes it can give you a better appreciation for the animal as well. So definitely still join in, because you're still developing your skills, even if it's a subject that you don't particularly like drawing. So I'm going to go in and put in some colour on now. And then I will share some more facts about the Dugong. Does anybody know anything about the Dugong that they want to share before I start sharing my facts? Because I know how annoying that is when you say something, someone says something, you go, oh, I knew that. I could have said that. Michael's furiously rubbing out things, shaking the whole table. It's not going as well as the cricket last week for you?
No.
No. Don't give up though, that's the main thing. Running into one of them if you take a little swim. It could be quite intimidating, but they're obviously not like sharks. They don't have sharp teeth like sharks. They're quite peaceful animals. They have those fluke-like tails, but they are still related to the manatee. They swim at a gentle pace of 10 kilometres per hour, so quite slow moving, and they use their tail in a whale-like manner and their front flippers like dolphins. Signal is a bit iffy, I think. Oh, it looks a couple of people are saying that. Oh no. What's going on today? Has it got any better? Oh no, it looks like we're frozen again. Ooh. We were doing so well this term. Am I back in the room? I don't want to carry on talking if you can't hear me. The wonders of technology. Don't you love it? At the moment, it's what? Freezing or? Oh no. Let me just check. Pausing in and out a little. I'll hold off sharing any more facts for now until it stabilises a bit, because obviously that doesn't matter so much if you can't see bits that I'm drawing, because we're all working on our own, aren't we? Our own drawings. I'm going to go to the eye. Normally I do the eye first. I don't know why I didn't today. Unusual for me. And then that nice vivid blue going around it, which adds a nice proper colour to the picture, doesn't it? Very light grey. I'm using a light grey to get the little stripes that we're seeing as the reflection of the surface of the water. And what I might do actually is rub out some of these puncture lines, because otherwise it's going to have this outline around them that I don't really want. And then I'll go in between those lines with a darker grey. Almost looks like little lightning strikes all over his skin, doesn't it? Really pretty effect. You're very quiet, Michael. You've gone into deep concentration mode. It happens sometimes, doesn't it? Normally when I draw on my own, I'm in complete silence. So this is definitely, again, doing the draw alongs is a new challenge, because I'm chatting away to you guys. Has it stabilised a little bit better yet? I just wanted to know if I can share some more facts. I don't want you missing out on them. All fine here. Awesome. Okay. Wonder what that was about then. So dugongs, it's quite similar to us really. They only give birth every 3 to 7 years, and they live for up to 70 years, which is not dissimilar to the habits of us humans really, is it? They rarely communicate visually. How do you think they communicate, Michael?
No idea.
Think about wows and stuff. How do they communicate?
Through singing.
Through singing and sound. So yeah, so they communicate through sound and through physical touch as well.
What, so like body slamming them?
Well, that'd be pretty aggressive if they did, wouldn't it?
Body slamming them, saying hello.
They're peaceful animals. I don't think they body slam. Maybe. So their diets consist almost entirely of seagrass, which is why they have the nickname of sea cows. So they graze just like a cow does, but instead of on a field, they're in the water, grazing the seabeds.
I was going to say, I don't think they're actual
You
cows.
think of a cow, it's quite slow moving, and we picture it as a fairly peaceful, calm animal, although when they're protecting their young, not so much. They're primarily herbivorous, meaning obviously they eat plants only, grazing on up to 30 kilograms of seagrass a day, so they eat quite a lot. They eat both day and night, locating their food with the help of coarse, sensitive bristles on their upper lip. When you look at your reference picture, you can see those bristles. So these whiskers, they're not just decorative to give them a lovely moustache, they are a way that they can sense and find their food. Molly's put, hello friend, proceeds to body slam them. I've got a visual image of that now, I can't get it out of my head. Quite funny. So they are found in warm water around coastlines, both north and south of the equator. So weren't found primarily in China. That, like a lot of animals, we find them in lots of different places. The reason for that is for a few different reasons. So they were hunted for food, and also because they're losing their seagrass as a food source. So that's... Oh, we dropped out again. Oh no, I was showing really important stuff there. Oh, I'm gonna wait. Tell me when we're back again. Okay. Did anyone hear anything of what I just said? I will repeat it because it is important. I said at the beginning, sorry, I've got fraud on my phone today. I said at the beginning that there was some bad news about the dugongs, and that is that they unfortunately have now been classified as functionally extinct in China. So their numbers are so low, and they've seen so little evidence of them still being in China, that they think that they're extinct from China. So functionally extinct basically means that their numbers have declined so much, or are on decline, that they're basically extinct. So another... Oh, we've frozen again. Another creature, because of hunting and because of loss of their food source. So they've been hunted for food historically, even though they were protected, relatively recently. The damage from being hunted for a long time has meant that they haven't really recovered from that in terms of their numbers. So once again, unfortunately, an example of how us as a species is having a huge impact on other animals and wildlife. Michael, can you do me a favour and just go and check that the internet box is out?
Yeah.
Wondering what's causing the signal to be so bad today.
Wait, which one got lost?
I'm so sorry, guys. We've had a really good time with well, other than my technical issues, but the internet's been working really well. I don't understand why today it's not.
It's orange.
But
It is out.
It is out, yeah. I don't know what's affecting
Because the storm is coming towards us.
No, it's alright.
It's grey, but it's not grey enough for a storm.
Well, I need to get a wriggle on. Yeah, if you can hear and see us, don't give up with your drawings. Keep plodding along. We'll get there in the end. Someone let me know when we're back in the room.
We are in the room.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Back in the room. Whee! Oh, how annoying. That's not a good start to our Monday, is it? Right. Did you get the fact that basically dugongs are functionally extinct in China now as a result of historic hunting and then their loss of their feeding grounds? So unfortunately, although we have said that this is a Chinese animal, it's technically not anymore. And it's a relatively new development, a sad one, obviously. Another example of how humans are unfortunately having a negative impact on the wildlife around the world.
It's not many humans care about the wildlife.
Well, I think a lot of us do care.
Yeah,
but we've had historically such a negative impact on wildlife for so long that it's hard for them to recover from that. Even when we take steps to try and protect the animals, once we realise that they're vulnerable, sometimes it's too little, too late, unfortunately. which I think is what effectively happened to the dugong, which is a little bit sad, well, very sad. Bye, I'm done. How on earth have you? What's the? Well done. That's impressive. Ancients for how to create the appearance of shape or roundness. So with roundness, if you were drawing a circle, for example, on a page, and you wanted to make it look spherical and round, what you do is shade round the edges and then bring the tones lighter towards the middle. So the same thing can be said for the roundness of the dugong. So you can shade darker on the edges. Oh no, just big black line. Dark on the edges and then go lighter towards the middle, and that will help you get that round, plump shape. I'm a quick drawer. Yeah, you really are. That's super impressive.
I'm done.
Okay, so Michael is as well. Yeah. Maybe I'm just a super slow drawer. It's because I get easily distracted. It's my problem at school as well. Nothing changes. You just get older. Do you want to share yours, Michael?
Yeah.
So Michael's
Mine looks a bit
abstract today. We've got abstract, Michael.
abstract.
Yeah. Abstract, quite cubist and...
No, it's not.
I think so. But I love the colour in the background and it makes it pop and it ties in with the colour of the eye.
Too big.
And I can see that you've done the reflections of the water. Well done.
Yeah, it's like half pug. You know, they kind of look like half pugs, don't they?
And they do look a bit pug-like, don't they?
They're with the cheeks, like with that. It looks like, it really looks like a half pug.
Yeah, no, I see it. Right, so Michael, as you're done, you now got the job of reading out some more facts. Where had I got to? Let me tell you. There, number 5.
When dugong calves need to be nursed, they suck on their flippers, almost like a child sucking on their thumb.
Oh, how cute is that?
Oh,
So,
I was confused, and then I was like, oh.
So when they need nursing, when they want their food, they'll suck on their flippers like we do or babies do. Oh, like a comfort thing, I guess. That's cute.
Dugongs sing to each other all the time, using chirps, whistles, barks.
Wow.
Looks like they are pugs.
Yeah.
Other sounds that echo through the water.
Oh wow. We'll have to get a soundbite of that.
Yeah.
So like we said, so you're singing like wows, but they also have barks and chirps.
We're missing one. The dugong's brain only weighs 300 grams of their 400 kilograms.
Oh wow. So that's just a small brain, doesn't it?
That's very small. Despite this, dugongs have a good memories and are able to remember specific feeding areas and return to them after travelling away.
Oh, like elephants as well.
Mm-hmm.
They've got strong memories and they're able to remember certain feeding grounds and travel.
Though they do travel long distances, dugongs are not very migratory species. They are solitary creatures, though can be found in pairs. Despite their solitary nature, dugongs constantly communicate with one another through a series of echoing chirps, whistles, and barks.
So they don't live in great big pods like other marine animals like dolphins might. They might live in pairs, but despite that, they still keep in touch with each other via their communication methods. So that suggests that they are quite sociable. They just prefer to live in isolation. And again, I can relate to that. That's good. Can you try and find a soundbite, Michael, on your phone of their singing? I think that'd be nice to hear.
Which one do you want though? Because they do chirps.
We'll see if we can find a few different ones.
Oh yeah, they are called sea cows for English name.
Oh, I'm going to ache your hand again. Whoa. Hypermobility is playing up a bit at the moment. too loud. Blast it.
Yeah.
We've done that in the past, haven't we? Was it the bear that we played the sound of and made everyone jump out of their skin?
Right, that's not even the sound. Not coming up with anything.
Really?
Can't find.
Dugong. Try searching dugong singing or chirps.
Maybe because it's so rare you can't find.
Well, this is it. If they are struggling to find any sign of them, then that footage and the sound bites will not be so available, will they?
Nope. Actually can't find one.
Wow.
What about the animal? Yeah, they get pictures of them, but you can't actually get the sound.
Must be something somewhere.
Check.
How's everyone getting on with doing the light reflection? I definitely feel like this is a skill that could be developed on a bit more. And it's one that needs a lot of patience to get the detail in, which, as we know, is not necessarily my forte.
I can't find one.
Can't find one?
No.
How bizarre.
Yeah, they get videos of them, but they don't. Can't find one.
They must exist. I'll have a look in a bit. Interesting.
So weird. Like they're getting a lot of videos and stuff, but like the videos were literally just filming a dugong. It wasn't actually like the sound.
Did you Google search the sound of a dugong?
Yeah. Sure I can. Yeah, but like dugong chirp, dugong singing. The only one I can find is on Facebook. I don't have Facebook. Oh, no.
Found something?
No.
So close. So I'm just now with my black pencil trying to, not good again. Oh, I mean, as in the light. It's hard, isn't it? It's really tricky.
I found one.
Is that one?
It's YouTube Shorts, but I finally found one. 11 seconds long.
Go on then. So the sound of a
It
dugong.
actually kind of look pretty cute though, in real life. You can't get. It's not.
So it's almost chirping like a
It's
bird,
like
isn't
a bird,
it?
yeah.
I was expecting, I think because it's a big, chubby animal, I was expecting like a deep sound, but actually, that's really cute.
That you should just send a bit like picture of it. It's really cute as well. I can't get my eyes off thinking that it's a pug.
Yeah,
An
the
underwater
sort of
pug.
snouty, yeah.
It's literally an underwater pug. An old pug. It's great.
A marine version of a pug.
Pretty right size for a pug as well.
No, it's massive. Definitely not.
Well, if you overgrew the pug, then maybe.
I'm trying to get some of these whiskers in as well, because as we said, they're like quite an important feature. That's what helps them to find their food. Now, if I was using colouring on white paper, on coloured paper, I'd be able to use a white pencil to show the sort of white reflection of the whiskers, but I'm not, so I'm using black because we can make rules up as we go along. That's why we like art. So I'm about ready. Oh, that's actually, I've got a little bit more time to put some more detail in. I think I was rushing that. Because obviously I need to spend time with the paintbrush as well. Let me get some of this reflection down a little bit better. I feel like I've rushed that a little bit. So, what were the other animals I said for next term? We've got giraffe, lion, secretary bird, meerkat, great white shark. There's another one that I cannot remember. I wonder if Joe can remember. And I will put them up as events. I'll try and do that today actually, and then that way it's in your planners. You know what we're doing when. And then for our final term of the year, we're going to South America, which has got some amazing, really colourful animals and wildlife as well. Is it an insect or reptile? Yes, there's a crocodile. Well done. Between us to get there, so that's it. So we'll try and include a bird and a marine animal of some description, or a water-based animal, and then sometimes insects as well, so that we get some nice variation. And again, it challenges us, it challenges me, that's for sure. Rather than sticking to the same types of things, it can be easy to stick in your comfort zone, but then we don't get better, do we? So I am getting as much out of this process as you guys are. My artwork's developing. Before we started these draw-alongs, I hadn't drawn for so long.
What had you?
I basically hadn't. Just, you can get out of practice with things. It's good to keep your hand in it. So now I'm going to add the water to make it more like a painting and blend some of those colours together. But remember, if you're doing this, keep referring back to your reference image still, because our memory plays tricks on us. Even though you only looked at it a few minutes ago, you might not retain that information as well as you think you have. So it's good to keep referencing back to the picture so that you can get it to be as accurate as possible. And I want to try and make sure that I don't blend the greys together too much, that I lose that distinct pattern. So I'll try and do the colours separately, because otherwise it'll just become a new grey blended together. Can you search for me, Michael? Do dugongs have any natural predators?
Sharks, saltwater crocodiles, and killer whales.
Oh wow, so they do unfortunately get eaten by sharks, saltwater crocodiles and killer whales as well, or orca we call them sometimes, don't we? I don't imagine they have a lot to be able to defend themselves with, and if they're slow moving.
They only eat plants, though.
Yeah, they do. So I did say at the beginning there's a new development from next term for our draw-alongs. I know that a lot of you guys are using this as a big part of your learning each week. So we thought it would be quite a nice way to consolidate that learning. We are going to create some worksheets for you, almost so that you can build like an animal fact file. So alongside your drawing, you can complete the worksheets so that you've covered the facts around the animals as well. And the research we've done, it gives you opportunity to sort of consolidate that and maybe even do more research if you wanted to. So hopefully that will be of use to you guys. and I'll either make it so that you can download from a link or download straight from our website. So again, we're going to plan the whole term in advance, because I don't know about you guys, but as a home-ed mum, I have to do my planning in one go, else it never happens. And then that way you can be prepared for the term in advance. I am thinking I might, thank you, oh dear, brilliant idea, Pippa, Kirsty, that's nice. Well, I just think there's a lot of learning that goes on in these little sessions. I know it just feels like we're chilling out and drawing, which we are, but there's a lot of information being shared as well, isn't there? So it's nice to sort of see that. But I'm thinking of differentiating it as well, so that there's more like a question-answer based worksheet, and then there's more an open one for learners who might want to write more freely and be able to summarise their learning in their own words without being prompted. So you'll have the option to pick between the two. So hopefully it works for learners of different writing abilities and ages as well. If one of you makes use of it, it's worth doing, isn't it? Oh, you're welcome. I'm here to help. It's just funny how these things have developed. And like I say, so I think it was September 22 we started doing these, and I didn't anticipate it to be as popular as it was. I just thought, oh, it'd be a nice thing for me and Michael to sit down and do. And then straight away realised, yeah, fortnightly was not going to work. It needed to be more regularly than that. So it's just naturally evolved into a major part of our learning week now. Yeah, it's amazing, thank you. So I think that's our idea. We've been popping all the drawings into a folder so that we could add our own fact sheets one day too. So this is great. That's exactly what I imagined it to look like. So you have your drawing alongside some written work. So that's cool. Obviously on the same wavelength. Jill, great idea to differentiate. Well, I just think a lot of people are sitting down with multiple learners who might be at different stages with their learning. So I wanted to do something that might help all of them, not just some of them. I need to think about what I've got piles of these drawings now, and I'm like, what should I do with all of these? I might put mine in a folder. Little portfolio of wildlife drawings. What do you do with yours at the moment, Michael? Some of yours are up on the wall, aren't they, in your bedroom?
Yeah.
You pinched a couple of mine as well for that,
No.
I noticed. Yes, you have. The turtles on your door, and there's a red panda up there somewhere, I've noticed as well.
What?
I wonder how many Elliot's pinched, and I don't even clock it.
Oh, he's Pegasus.
Has he? What's he got?
The Pegasus.
Oh yeah, we did the mythical animals, didn't we?
And the meerkat.
The meerkat, of course, that wasn't from the draw-along, so that was just in my sketchbook, and he just yoinked that out.
Yeah.
Kids, you can't have nothing nice. Bud's finished. Oh, I'm nearly there.
We've only got 12 minutes.
That's plenty of time.
Is
I don't want to rush it, because it looks nice when you blend the pencil. This drawing that I'm doing right now, there'll be a post that goes on around 6 o'clock, and then if you comment with a picture of your drawings, I will come along and give you some feedback. I like to say at least one thing that you've done superb, and then give you a little tip or some advice or guidance on what you could do to improve that drawing or in future with future drawings. If there's something specifically you want to know, if you want advice or guidance or a tip, something specific to do with your artwork, do feel free to ask. If I don't know the answer, I'll be honest about it. But if I can help, I will.
What if one of the answers was, how do I get better than you?
With time and practice. And it's not about being better than somebody else anyway. Everyone's on their own learning journey, and everybody's artwork is in their own style. So I don't believe that you have like that's the best artist or that artist isn't as good. That's rubbish. It's your art is your art, and the most important thing is to enjoy it. And the more you practice, the more artwork you create, the more refined your style will be,
Like I
and the
filled
better
up
you
like
get.
2 books.
You filled up, yeah, sketchbooks. You've gone through a few of them, haven't you?
Need a new one.
Could be the next TT competition presentation of the draw-alongs. Yeah. Molly has like 5 different styles. I'm like that with my handwriting. I can be writing a sentence and my handwriting changes halfway through the sentence.
Yeah, I do that. Like I'll be doing space and then all of a sudden I'll be doing cursive. I'm like, what?
Yeah, what's happened there?
What?
So yeah, so if you are new to us and you would like to get some feedback, just make sure that you comment before 9 p.m. That's the cut off in terms of basically when I shut my laptop down. It's a long day on a Monday. Oh dear, you can tell I'm approaching lunchtime. I don't know if the microphone picked that up. Michael heard it.
That was washing machine.
No, that was my stomach.
I
I skipped breakfast. Mustn't do that.
Yeah, no, I
We missed last week's draw along as we went to meet Lolo Williams. Who's that? Is that someone I should know? But caught up on the Tuesday. Yeah, so obviously if you didn't know, the draw alongs stay on our page. So if you do miss, you don't have to be available on a Monday.
Well, on this Facebook, just glitch.
Yeah, but generally speaking, they stay on our page and you can access them whenever works for you. And then if you, again, I said it at the beginning, but in case you missed it, if you don't want to scroll through all our previous lives, then you can find most of our tutorials on the, it's not tutorial, that makes it sound really formal, draw-alongs on our YouTube channel, which is where you've also got access to loads of crafting tutorials as well. So they're from our courses towards our qualifications, but you probably can dip in and out of those tutorials without the actual course and learn some crafting techniques too. So if you know of any other homemade families that are interested in arts and crafts, which I think a lot of homemade families are, aren't we? We're very creative and art-based. Feel free to share that with them because it's for everybody. We want to make it available to everyone. With homemade can be expensive anyway, and it's tough in terms of planning as a facilitator. So if we can help with that, we will. I'm nearly there. This has been a quite nice relaxing one, even though I was just using grey tones. And maybe that's why it was relaxing.
There's a whole conversation going on in the chat now.
Have I missed it? Oh no, yeah. Oh yeah, as a Spring Watch presenter. Oh, my mum watches Spring Watch all the time. So yeah, I'll speak to her about that. Curtis, but we love him. How did you meet him and where? That's true. How did that happen? How did you do that?
Just walking in the street.
Just having to bump into him. That's very cool.
I'm going to have a nap after this.
Really, Michael?
Yeah.
It's been a hard morning, has it? I don't think so.
I literally did. I've done so much homework.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I've been doing some work.
I've still got more homework to do after this as well.
Don't forget as well, the picture's not finished until you find it.
I already did.
Oh, I finished really early today. This never happens.
What?
Oh, you know what that means? I can go in and add more detail at the risk of ruining it all.
No. Why? Why would you do that?
Because this isn't.
Really?
I wouldn't normally only spend an hour on a drawing. I'd normally spend a couple of hours. So I have to rush a little bit. So if I've got extra time, I'm like, oh, I can just add in a bit more detail there.
Gonna ruin it like you did.
Probably, yeah. Because the problem is when you put the pencil back on the paper, if it's still wet, you get a really harsh line. So I've got to try and avoid the wet bits. It is a risk. It's a risk I'm willing to take. He did a charity event, second time. It's the second time we met him off to see Steve Backshaw on Wednesday. Kirsty's mind is blown here. What? That is very cool.
I've never seen like a person I've seen in this.
Oh, Jill, that's really sweet. Thank you. TT is great for the free resources and friendly, encouraging community. The team are always keen to include all abilities and give positive feedback. Yeah, well, that's what it's all about, isn't it? That's what we're here for. So, and again, if you didn't know, we had more free resources on our website. So if you click onto our courses and scroll down, you'll find more free resources, including our creativity for mental well-being course, which is a really good course that Joe developed.
You're making it worse.
I'm not. I'm adding depth. I often say this to people: add darker tones so you can create more depth.
I don't like it anymore.
Well, I don't care because I do. It's my artwork. You might not steal this one if you don't like it.
I will. Right, I've got mine. You can put background in.
I haven't got time for the background. I'd rush it if I did that. So yeah, I often say try and create bigger contrast between your lighter and darker tones because that can help to make things look more 3D and more realistic. So that's what I'm doing here. So this is darker than the image really shows, but again, that's what you can do with artwork. You can interpret it the way you want to create a better picture for yourself. And that's what I'm doing here. I prefer my image to pop off the page a little bit more. So by adding these slightly darker black tones, I think it does that. But I have in the past gone, oh, I've done too much, I've gone too far. So I have to be careful and rein it in. That's what Michael's trying to pull me up on because I've done that before. You've given up. Molly's put, you're so lucky in meeting Chris Packham. Oh, wow, I'm meeting Chris Packham later this year and he's literally my idol and he's also from Springworks. Yes, I know Chris Packham. I grew up watching him. And then me and my brother and mainly my mum are dead. If I ran into someone like David Attenborough, oh, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? That is so cool. How are you meeting Miss Chris Packham? What's the event? Is it local? Can we get there? My mum keeps sharing you everywhere. Oh, as in sharing our posts and stuff. Oh, thank you. We appreciate that because then it means people know where we are. We don't like to spend money on advertising or anything because we'd rather spend that money in things that we can give back to the community. So speaking of which, especially any of you that are watching or on any of our courses, we've got our awards this Friday. So, and we are going to look at people that have been participating in the draw-alongs. So if you didn't know, every term we host an awards where we give out prizes and certificates to people that are on our courses towards qualifications, but we also include people that are now included in our draw-alongs and people that are flying the flag for TT and sharing our posts. I've got a feeling your mum has already been named an ambassador in the past. This is ringing a bell, the name. So the gal got one of our special TT cups and coffee. I might be wrong, but my memory can't always be trusted. But to say thank you, it's a way of saying thank you because we appreciate it. And it's nice to give things away. Feels good. Oh, we love Chris. Hopefully get to an event of his this year sometime. That is very cool. Yeah, we can all sneakily go in a coach and go and see Chris Packham. That'd be amazing. A Technology Triumph draw-along field trip. How cool would that be, especially if it's linked to wildlife? Oh, no. This could become a thing I now fixate on trying to do. You've planted an idea. It would be cool though, wouldn't it? Meeting you all in real life. Everyone's liking the idea of a TT field trip. You know, it's not an impossible concept. You know what I'm going to spend the afternoon doing now? So new things for me to fixate on and obsess over. Right, I think I'm done. Look at that, my timing. Nice. I'm just going to sign my little signature. Pip, 2024. And that's my dugong, which is lovely. Lovely little animal that unfortunately, due to human intervention, is now functionally extinct in China. There are still, they estimate 100,000 left, but that's not many.
When I researched it, it said 100,000.
Yeah. So, that's a shame. So, anyways, that's a bit of a downer to end it on, wasn't it? But it was lovely drawing him with you and sharing facts and chatting to you about meeting famous people. That is very cool. And watch this space for a TT field trip is all I can say. But thank you so much for joining us. That is it for this term. What an amazing term it's been. And then take a little break, and then we will come back in our new term where we are starting with the giraffe from South Africa. So I will create those events this afternoon after I've eaten something, because my stomach is telling me that I'm wasting away. And you can put them into your diaries, and I'll also give you details of where the new worksheets will be and how you can access them. So thanks for joining us. Hope you have a lovely rest of the week, and let's set your Monday up nicely, and we'll see you very soon. Oh, don't forget to join us Friday for the awards. Yes, because like I said, we'll be including people that have participated in the draw along as well. Awesome. Bye. See you later.